talks trash. I mean, is there more of a desire to knock a guy like that out or to shut a guy like that out?
Oh, it's always just exciting to get in when there's a lot of hype around a fight. You know, sometimes it's tough when there is none. You know, sometimes it's tough to stay motivated in the gym when you're going through the same grind every single day. So when you got someone in there, you know, feeding your fire, it definitely makes for a more interesting training camp. Anytime you're in there pushing yourself to the limits, you have that in the back of your mind to just go that little extra. So.
And with the lack of the big, long workout to prepare for a fight like this, disadvantage for you? Or I mean, how do you look at that?
I'm feeling damn good right now. I'm the type of guy that I overtrain pretty damn quick. So, you know, if I get usually within, you know, 3 to 4 weeks in a training camp, I feel probably peaked out at that point. And then it's a lot of maintaining and just keeping that game plan going from there. So, I mean, I think from what I had, the base that I had already had built, jumping into this, you know, 2.5 week training camp, you know, I feel solid right now. I feel fast. I feel explosive. I don't feel full of injuries and beat up. So only time will tell Saturday night. So right now I feel great.
How do you look at that? How do you look at that trash talking? I mean, is it fun? Is it annoying? Is it?
I mean, it's all just part of it, really. I mean, I've been a top-level competitor my entire life. So, you know, I've dealt with guys like that all the time. You know, I've seen it in the past. You know, I get in there, I deal with it, I beat them up, and you just go on with your life. So it's all part of it. This is what's selling the fight. This is what's bringing all these microphones right here. So I'm 100% okay with it. You know, this is a huge opportunity for me, and I just can't wait to get in there and perform.
Chad, if you were in Aldo's position with an injury, what would you have done in that spot?
Man, that sucks. I mean, it's a tough thing to go through. You know, that was a long training camp, I would imagine, you know, having to do all the media tour and traveling all over the world to do all that kind of stuff to promote this fight, and, you know, right before you get an injury like that to where you can't fight. So, I mean, I know what it feels like. I've been injured before in big competitions, and it sucks. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know personally how injured he really is. I mean, I've had stuff done with my rib before, cartilage separated, broken stuff, and it's no joke, man. So, I mean, it just sucks. I think it sucks.
Do you think it's unfair that some fans are being like, oh, why didn't he make the play? You know, he's you know, wussing out or whatever.
I mean, what sucks for Aldo is that he just gets injured a lot. So, I mean, it's something that's been reoccurring, and so a lot of people are just starting to get irritated, I think. But like I said, I mean, the injuries are really out of our hands, guys. I mean, we train, we try to be as safe as we can, but you do realize this is MMA. This is a sport where we're continuously beating on our bodies every single day. So, I mean, we try to take all the precautions we can. We're all the right gear and stuff to keep from that kind of stuff happening. But a lot of the stuff, it's out of our hands. We just can't control it.
Conor says he's trying to make a $3.5 million bet with Lorenzo and Dana that he can finish you by the second round. Does that kind of thing offend you, motivate you? I mean, what do you think when you hear that stuff?
I think that's just another way for Conor to build, you know, this fight up. It is what it is. I mean, make the bet or not. You know, I know what I have to do. I have to get in there and whoop this dude's ass. So, you know, it is what it is.
Do you think it can be distracting to him to keep
I mean,
talking about that stuff?
Possibly. I mean, I know the guy loves money. I love money. You know, so money's always on our minds. So, I mean, if that's something he wants to focus on, let him focus on that while I'm beating a hole in his face.
How do you feel? I mean, you fought for the title before, but you seem almost like more relaxed this time, even though it's kind of a weird situation. How do you feel compared to those previous title fights?
You know, I fought Jose the first time, so I obviously knew what he felt like. You know, that was something that I had trained very hard for going in that second time. So, you know, I knew the task at hand that I had to go through, and I told myself before that was going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So, you know, being mentally prepared for that it's tough. And, you know, this is a title fight. This is a fight, to me, that has a lot of hype around it. But, you know, this is another fight, just like any other fight, and that's how I'm trying to treat it. So I'm being focused. You know, I know this guy's going to talk all kinds of trash. Luckily for me, I didn't have to listen to all this shit through an entire training camp. I get to come in here fresh and just get in there and whoop this dude up. So I'm sitting in a good spot, I feel.
I've heard a lot of people say, hey, if Chad had a full training camp, I'd pick Chad. But in this situation, I'm not. Do you allow that maybe you're a different fighter than you would be with a full training camp?
I mean, honestly, right now I feel damn good. You know, I let those people think that, and, you know, there's nothing against them thinking that. It's just a smart move on their part. But I'm telling you guys now, like, I feel great. This isn't something that, you know, I'm just trying to hype the fight with. Like, I feel really good. So I'm excited to get in there and perform. I mean, I think this is a guy, his style is perfect for me, you know. I'm athletic. I'm more athletic than he is. I can, you know, finish fights. I have power, speed. you know, you guys are in for a treat, I believe. So stay tuned.
Chad, what was the situation at Team Alpha Male when the call came in? Were most of the guys already in camp, or did everybody have to get back together on short notice? Was everybody already around the gym?
No, I mean, a lot of people are training. Cody No Love's on this fight. He was going through a camp. TJ, Danny, you know, Faber's always in and out. You know, we have guys that are always training in there. So, you know, they're the ones that actually let me know about this. I got a group text with a screenshot of one of the headlines, and you know, they were the ones kind of amping it up and saying, you know, this could be a huge opportunity. And I was like, all right. So I sent it over to my managers right away. But, you know, everyone has my back at Team Alpha Male, and everyone's basically helping me any way they possibly can on this short notice. So it's been great so far.
With a lot of you guys being around the same weight class, do you think it helps in a short notice situation like this that it's kind of easier to get a last minute training camp together because a lot of your partners are, you know, the guys you're going to be rolling with short notice?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of gyms that, you know, there's so many different size guys that, you know, maybe there's only 2 or 3 guys that you normally train with on the regular basis because everyone else is either too big or too small. You know, our whole team is pretty much the same size. So at any given time, someone's training for a camp or a few people are training for a camp, and everybody's there helping those people. So, you know, we pretty much have a full team year round. It's great.